We just don't know what it takes you all so long to relax and give in to your natural well-being, you see. And what we do know, it's that you're listening to the others who have all the lists of things that you need to do in order to please them, instead of listening to what the source within you knows.
You said something before when I said you hit a chord with me. It was like, when you read, I can see clearly now, it's not that you need to read, I know that you know everything. But I'm speaking to all the rest of you mortals out there. The affirmation or the words, I am a teacher, which you must have said to me 5 or 6 times before, is throughout this entire thing. I'm over and over saying these words, I am a teacher. I am not an employee. I am not somebody, I'm not to be told where to go or how I'm going to do it.
I am an extension of source energy who has practiced my vibrational frequency into such alignment with my true nature that anything less than that feels off to me. And because I care about the way I feel, I guide myself easily now toward the things that feel good. And therefore, I am always on my path.
And if the things
and this book will lead you to yours.
And the things that feel good, sometimes we confuse things like it's safer, it's easier, it's but it doesn't feel so good inside.
Well, safer feels better than fear, than danger, and so it's a step in the right direction. But you don't want to hang around reaching for safety, because you can get a vibration going and then everything that's about that just shows itself to you. In other words, this is a self course that you're all on, and you have source energy guiding you every step of the way. And when you find something that feels good, go that way.
I had a great teacher in my life. I was studying early to be a Jungian analyst, Carl Jung. And he said this, and I had to ask you this. He said, at the same moment that you're a protagonist in your own life and you're making choices, at the very same moment, you're also the spear carrier or the extra in a much larger drama. He said, all of you are doomed to make choices. And it sounds like such a contrast. It's such it's like that's not a possibility. If you're doomed, how could you be making choices? But within our physical bodies, we're doomed. I mean, Esther showed up in a female body of a certain height and certain color hair and certain things, and I showed up in a 6'1" male body, and its hair's falling out and growing in its ears and all of the crazy things that are happening to it, and I'm just watching it. And so I know that but I also have choices to make about this body. I can feed it well, I can exercise it, I can, do so many things so I'm making choices within sort of a doomed state. But what about the other part of us, the spiritual side of us,
Well, we can see how someone who is trying to explain to someone who's not in this moment on the high-flying disc.
Right.
In other words, if someone's having a really hard time, we understand why someone would use words like doomed.
Right. Doomed, he didn't mean it in a,
meaning unwanted choices,
right.
meaning that there are unwanted choices. But what we have noticed is that as you have the longer and longer opportunity to sift through the details of your life, and personal preferences are born within you, that you become clearer and clearer about who you are and what you want. And then that's usually when we begin meeting our physical friends, because they're usually at the point where they know that they want to believe that they are the creator of their own reality. They just don't know how to go about it. This is a new conversation that we are having recently, because we so much want our physical friends to understand that you come as non-physical energy to explore contrast more than you would. In other words, in your physical body, you explore the contrast more than we do from our non-physical vantage point.